professional concert artist, what that really means, apart from playing the instrument very well, is I am quite happy to spend half of my life alone in hotel rooms in strange cities. That's a very peculiar kind of talent. And it's nothing to do with playing the piano, let's be quite clear about that. Other people prefer to be amongst their family, and then clearly they're not going to be jetting around the world 8 months a year or whatever it is, 9 months a year. So there is all of that. But of these three groups, they followed them over, from about the age of 5 or 6, right through to 20. And of course, at the age of 5 or 6, various of them were isolated. Oh, this is a talented student. Watch out for them. Fine. That would seem to suggest that those students would rise to the top. And what they found universally was very simple. Everybody in the top stream had done at least, by the time they were 20, 10,000 hours of practice. Simple. Everybody in the next stream, the orchestral stream, had done between 5,000 and 7,000 hours of practice. And everybody in the teaching stream, who obviously had other interests, and they were teaching and they were thinking about psychology and empathy and all those things, had done about 3,000 hours of practice. And that was as simple as that. And all the people they then said who were very talented, you could actually just look down and go, oh yeah, you've ticked 10,000 hours of focused practice. So what is talent then? Well, actually, like you said, it's about being groomed in a number of skills. That's great. If someone had told me at the age of 7, how old are you in the back? 8, perfect. So someone told me at the age of 8, Karl, all you need to do is get a big grid up and tick off 10,000 times 1 hour practice, and you will be an expert. I would have been the happiest man on earth. I was like, that's easy. We can do that. That's very easy. That's all you have to do. There's no superhuman skills. There's no extraordinary. Now, let me temper this with a moment. There is aptitude. Now, like I said, I've got a bigger hand. Fine. Some people are more naturally coordinated than others. That will make some things easier. There are always things that can be easier. Some people find some other things more difficult. There is, at the moment, a young man in England, he's about 26 years old, who's making his career as a pianist, who was born with only 1 arm. You would normally say, you have no aptitude to play the piano. You have only 1 arm. How can you play the piano? Seriously. But he's making actually quite a good career, because he wants to. Fair enough. And I take my hat off to him, and he's a very good musician. It's not a stunt or anything like that. He's a really good musician. He has to arrange things, obviously. He can't play as if that's 2 hands, but he's extraordinary. So, okay, let's just understand this. There is aptitude. With 2 hands, you're more likely to be a pianist than with 1 hand, but it's always possible. Tall, short, will change. Volition. This is the most complex issue there is on earth. Why someone would want to play the piano. And this is something we always have to think about as parents, as teachers, as students. Why do I want to? For me, it's really easy. England is a very cold place. And if you play sport, you have to do it outside. Full stop. I'm staying indoors. So clearly I was never going to be a great hockey player like my mother wanted me to be, who played for Bombay back in the days. She would, she said, go out and play the hockey stick. Like, no, it's cold. The hockey stick freezes to your hand in England while you're playing hockey. It's horrible. Why can't I just stay indoors and play the piano? Clearly, my volition is not to be outside. There are all kinds of other volition issues. I'm an only child. I'm an only child of immigrant parents, which means that there was nowhere to go. I just had 2 parents looking over my shoulder all the time. Of course, I'm going to choose something they don't do, because then I can do it on my own, in private, leave me alone, thank you very much. So there are all kinds of very, very complex volition issues.